Imagine this. It's just minutes before midnight, and bam, a massive earthquake hits Taiwan. We're talking a 7.4 magnitude shaker that turned New Year's Eve into total chaos. Fireworks? Yeah, those got canceled in cities all over the place as officials freaked out over safety. Picture the scene. People in packed city spots bolting from restaurants and skyscrapers, alarms blaring everywhere like a horror movie. One guy from Taipei told us, "I was chilling with my family, celebrating, when the whole place started shaking like crazy. Lights cut out, plates crashing off shelves, we just hauled ass outside. Everybody was losing it. The ground felt like it was breathing or something." Over in Fuzhou, China, security cams caught these huge towers wobbling, glass exploding from windows, and every car alarm in the lot going off at once. Cops there jumped on it, telling folks to steer clear of rickety old buildings and cliffs until the aftershocks chill out. And down in Okinawa, Japan, the weather agency said the shakes were intense enough to mess with trains and knock out power lines. But luckily, no big breakdowns right away. Wild night, right? What a way to ring in the new year. First off, the infrastructure took a serious hit, especially with power outages. Electrical grids in parts of Taiwan and eastern China blacked out right after the quake hit. Teams of engineers pulled all-nighters to get the lights back on for critical spots like hospitals, cell towers, and airports. Down in Kaohsiung, a chunk of an elevated freeway actually cracked open, so they had to reroute all the traffic and send in emergency crews for inspections. Over on the rails, Taiwan's train system shut everything down until the next morning just to run safety checks. And in Japan, a bunch of domestic flights got delayed or sent to different routes because air traffic control was playing it super safe. Now, China's earthquake folks confirmed that aftershocks kept coming, anywhere from 4.0 to 5.3 on the scale, for hours after the big one. Experts are saying more could pop up in the next few days. So if you're in the area, stay alert and keep an eye on those official alerts. We also saw some buildings collapse in big cities across the region. That's the scary part that hits home for so many people. On the science side, seismologists from observatories around the area say this quake probably started right at the edge where the Philippine sea plate slams into the Eurasian plate. That's one of the shakiest spots on the planet, and it's behind some of the worst quakes Asia's ever seen. Early reports put the epicenter under the ocean off Taiwan's east coast, about 15 miles deep or so. I caught this quote from Professor Kenji Nakamura, a geophysics pro at Tokyo University, on NHK. "The energy that blasted out of this thing was off the charts. It's all from years of pressure building up down there. With where it was and how deep, no wonder the shaking hit everywhere at once, from Japan all the way to southern China." And finally, the world is stepping up. International aid and support are pouring in as countries react to the devastation. As soon as word got out about the quake, countries all over Asia jumped in to show support for the hardest-hit areas. Rescue squads in nearby nations were put on high alert, ready to roll in with help the second it's needed. They even set up coordination hubs in places like Beijing, Taipei, and Tokyo. Think real-time chat lines sharing all the latest quake data so everyone's emergency plans stay locked in and synced up. On the humanitarian side, groups like the Red Cross in China and Taiwan wasted no time. They fired up quick response crews to rush in essentials: food, clean drinking water, meds, you name it. And get this, regular folks across the region hopped on social media, offering rides, spare rooms, whatever they could to help families who'd lost everything. Man, can you imagine? One minute you're in a packed city square, music blasting, ready to ring in the new year. The next, it's all emergency sirens wailing, mass evacuations underway. Those festive spots? Now they're command centers with rescue workers, firefighters, and paramedics hustling under strobe lights. Forget fireworks. The skies filled with chopper rotors thumping through the freezing air. Just hours before midnight parties were set to kick off, a monster 7.8 magnitude quake slammed into China, Taiwan, and Japan all at pretty much the same moment. Picture this: millions of people bolting out of high-rises, streets packed with folks in party hats now dodging falling debris, car alarms and building sirens screaming into the night. Total chaos. As the sun came up, local news teams were live on the ground, cameras rolling on rescue crews digging through rubble, pulling families to safety. Officials from Japan's weather agency, Taiwan's Central Bureau, and China's seismic network, they're all glued to their monitors, tracking every aftershock like hawks. Experts are already saying this could push governments to tighten up building codes big time and get everyday people talking seriously about emergency kits, evacuation drills, the whole 9 yards. Look, stuff like this is a gut punch reminder that no matter how fancy our phones or early warning apps get, Mother Nature still calls the shots. 1 minute you're toasting champagne, the next the floor's doing the wave. But here's where it gets real. Amid all the wreckage, the heroes are stepping up. Firefighters kicking down doors to reach trapped kids. Neighbors forming human chains to guide strangers out of danger zones. docs pulling triple shifts to patch people up. That's the stuff that keeps us going. Yeah, East Asia's ringing in the new year under some dark clouds right now. But the grit we're seeing? That's the spark that'll rebuild homes, schools, whole communities. Rescue teams are still out there grinding, and bit by bit, the region's finding its feet again. The quake hit first off Taiwan's east coast around 11:48 p.m. local time. In no time, the ground was shaking hard across the area. People in China's Fujian and Guangdong provinces felt those strong jolts, and it even reached southern Japan, including spots like Okinawa and Kagoshima. Folks who were there said it felt like this endless rolling wave. Super scary. In Taipei, those tall skyscrapers were swaying back and forth for over a minute, setting off car alarms everywhere and blasting emergency alerts on everyone's phones. Over in Fuzhou, China, thousands of people rushed out of their apartment buildings in their PJs and jackets, heading to open areas as the aftershocks kept coming through the night. We've got satellite and drone videos showing the damage, widespread power outages leaving cities in the dark, and buildings taking a serious hit. Let us know you're safe. Hit that like button if this moved you, subscribe for updates, and we'll keep you posted as the story unfolds. Stay strong, stay prepared, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.